Hi guys, I've been thinking about launching a channel for a while, and some of the people who I've worked with in the past and friends have said, oh, you'd be really good at doing a video or a podcast. And the purpose of this channel really was, well, it's cool content hopefully, but I suppose it's bridging social content and business. So I'm not going to here to lecture you, tell you guys what to do with your lives. Just I am an entrepreneur. I've had my own companies in the past. I've worked for others. I work for a huge company called Compass Group, which is a FTSE Top 50 company, running a number of sports stadiums, music arenas, doing events like Goodwood Festival of Speed, or Wimbledon, the Olympics, and worked some amazing football clubs. One particularly close to my heart, Sheffield United Football Club, Leicester City Football Club. I worked at Edgbaston, Warwickshire County Cricket Club, and did a bunch of other things. I then went on to run the largest esports event in the country called Insomnia Gaming Festival. I'm sure any of you that know about it out there will now debate whether EGX, the others, are bigger or not, whatever, but on a community basis, on a LAN, it was an amazing event. Tens of thousands of people there. I was lucky enough to take over from the Fletcher brothers. I went and joined the team as one of the directors there and headed up that part of the business, and I got to experience some amazing things, from world-class esports tournaments to the world's largest pub quiz, bringing music and gaming together, the UK's largest drone race. All things that sounded insane. One of the most insane being getting the Birmingham Symphony Orchestra to play the soundtrack to Zelda. Cool stuff, whether you're a gamer or not, just things that make the hair stand up on end. And then I was lucky enough to be asked to go and become the kind of MD, CEO, exec director of a company called Live Company Group when it floated, and still a small company, but I still work the largest network of events across the globe for brick-based, predominantly Lego, but bricks, for content. We then acquired a company called Bricks, which is the largest model building company in the globe that basically makes models out of plastic bricks. And we've had a blast. We went from there was 3 or 4 of us. There was a guy that founded the company, and then he brought me and a couple of others in, to the point where we're 60, 70, 80 staff now, with over 70 events around the world. And about me, I have ill health. I have spent the last 13 years, about 2.5 years in hospital on and off, quite chronically ill. The people that I've worked for, whether that was Game, Compass Group, Live Company, have all been hugely supportive of me. I suppose ultimately it's made me better at my job, because about 18 months ago, when I had another blip with my health, I'd started to, with the blessing of work, look at buying a chip shop, which actually didn't complete, but it fueled this desire to open up a business of my own. I suppose predicated on the fact that, touch wood, all being well, I stay healthy, but if I don't, my wife, who kind of stays at home with the kids, could have an income. So I was ill last year, and I decided that I needed to kind of pull my time back, both for me and my health and my family, and I suppose to a degree for the company, because it's no good having a leader that's in and that's out. And with what we did a huge amount of international travel, so I've stayed on. I'm absolutely not making the day-to-day decisions, but I take part in big strategic partnership conversations. So one of kind of my babies was bringing other people's IP. So in this particular instance, Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, snowman, snow dog, Peter Rabbit to life through plastic bricks and trails that people, hopefully even that have watched this up and down the country, have seen and have taken part in, and they're mainly free for people to take part in, with things I'm really proud of. Stuff as I've got kids, a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old, and to bring to life their favourite shows has been hugely rewarding. Live Company giving me the opportunity to kind of stay on board and live that alongside me doing these kind of personal projects now, and that's actually what drove me to do the channel. So I was buying a chip shop. So I was buying a chip shop, British classic, and it fell through for all fair reasons. But actually, there's a parade of shops near where I live, and I walk past them every day on the way to school when I was growing up. And I always said to my dad, and my dad always said to me, if one of those comes up, we should buy one of those. Obviously, you've got to get the money together to do that, which is no mean feat, let me tell you. And it came up for sale a few months ago, and we put an offer in, and we were successful. Brilliant. Obviously, that goes with all the nerves that any entrepreneur out there has, but we're getting going. The contracts are exchanged, we've got the shop designs done, the branding done, we've done the stock lists, and I thought, you know what, a lot of people are going to go through some tough times at the moment with coronavirus, and as I said at the beginning, I'm not a millionaire by any stretch. I'm not on the breadline, but I'm putting a lot of money into this. That's a risk, but I thought, wouldn't it be cool if other people could see the journey? Obviously, that goes with all the nerves that any entrepreneur out there has, but we're getting going. The contracts are exchanged, we've got the shop designs done, the branding done, we've done the stock lists. I thought, you know what, a lot of people are going to go through some tough times at the moment with coronavirus, and as I said at the beginning, I'm not a millionaire by any stretch. I'm not on the breadline, but I'm putting a lot of money into this. That's a risk, but I thought, wouldn't it be cool if other people could see the journey? They could, those that have the ambition to be an entrepreneur, those that are entrepreneurs but are worried about what coronavirus means. Obviously, when I was buying the shop, I had no idea of what the coronavirus was, other than something that someone got in China and what I learned on the news, and then obviously it's become hugely apparent to the rest of the world that this is going to change our lives for generations to come. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool? People have told you to do these videos, and I've been nervous about doing them. Just do it, and just be transparent, and hopefully people like the videos, hopefully people subscribe to the videos, but most importantly, hopefully they engage in the videos. Whether we've taken money or not, once we get the doors open, whether coronavirus is still a thing or it isn't a thing, it's all going to be learning along the way, but it'd be cool to have people with me, a community, and hopefully people can share their views, their ideas, and maybe even their content. But really, this for me was about entrepreneurs talking to one another, and non-entrepreneurs, people that just are interested. And as I say, we'll talk numbers, we'll talk facts, we'll talk figures, we'll talk about legal processes, the highs and the lows, of which I'm sure there'll be plenty. Well, let's do it. Corona happened, and obviously the first thing to do then is pull out of the sale. I'm not overcommitted, I'm not overexposed. Yes, spent a bit of money, but nothing earth-shattering. And do you know what? Me and my business partner, who's a good friend of mine, thought, do you know what? Bollocks to this. If we're going to do it, now's as good a time as any. People are still going to need food. People are still going to want food. And as I go around and help other businesses and stuff, I thought, kind of practice what I preach. And do you know what? It might be a fun journey. And actually, if we just put it out there, it might give those people that are struggling at the minute or lacking confidence to follow their convictions. And I've read some really sad stories online of people who've had stable incomes for years and then have finally decided to follow their passion and become self-employed, and then this has happened. And don't get me wrong, it's a disaster. I'm not playing it down in any stretch of the imagination. It's a disaster. But in crisis comes opportunity. And I think in opportunity, what I mean by that is that you can chill, you can clear your head. If you can get the worries out of your mind, you can clear your head and get yourself into a place where you actually go, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my business? Because the things that scare a lot of people is paying the bills. And if we're trying to take positives here, the coronavirus has taken that choice away for a lot of people. And actually what that does is take you back to a base, a ground zero, where you've got to make serious decisions about what you're thinking you're going to do with your life the other side of this. Because I think, so the obvious thing to do was to bottle this, to not do it, not open the shop, don't do a blog or a vlog, who cares. But I thought, you know what, there might be some people, and along the way there's going to be people that are going through hardship. And don't get me wrong, me sat here now, I am not a millionaire. Let me quantify that before people think that I'm some kind of rich lad sat in his loft thinking that the world's actually quite rosy. It's not. But I think you have choices, and my health and my personal circumstances have proved to me that you got choices in life. Things that feel important aren't important. The things that scare you are actually just walls you've built up yourself. That's all. You've built these walls that someone planted a seed and you nodded along with, and then inherited a belief that it wasn't possible. Actually what I've learned is if you can overcome those hurdles, those kind of mental barriers, and I'm talking about myself here, where I lost my bowel, I've had small bowel collapses, crippling ones, through some quite tragic personal circumstances, but that's another story. But what it taught me was the boundaries are the boundaries you put up. They're the limits that you create. And actually the biggest thing you can do is knock them over, because the liberation you feel is euphoric. And I think through this coronavirus we're going to live through a few weeks of panic, of being frightened, not knowing what is happening with the world. But on the other side of this, everyone will start to plan for life after coronavirus, because I do think that for our generation, those older than us, those younger than us, there'll be this moment, this line in the sand that was pre and post coronavirus. I say that in a positive. I think it's going to, whether we like it or not, give us the chance, the time to digest what's going on inside, face into the fears, the insecurities that we all have, the mortgage payments, the bills, how do you homeschool, all these things that have never been part of our mind. So without me preaching, that led me to the path of thinking, do you know what, let's do a video, let's see how it goes, let's see if we can build a following, put some serious graft in. But anyone who's self-employed out there will tell you that graft isn't the thing that puts you off doing it. There's going to be some highs and there's going to be some lows, both in commercial terms and personal terms. But actually I have a list of things I want to achieve professionally and personally, and they all make me feel a bit nervous, they all make me feel a bit scared. And I think the coronavirus has really tested that mettle. Do I actually want to open a business when I could just keep the money in my bank account? I do ultimately. I thought there must be thousands of people sat out there that feel like I feel, and hopefully over the course of other videos you'll see I'm a fairly relatable bloke. And as I say, I'll share the highs and the lows, and all I'd ask in return is that you like the video, you subscribe to the channel and engage. We can talk finances if that's what, all being well, if I get any audience want to know. We can look at the kind of investment profile of stuff. So we'll have a laugh along the way. We'll get the shop open. I'll share the designs with you. I welcome anyone's feedback. And off the back of this, perhaps other videos will be spawned, who knows. But it's not going to be some kind of preachy commercial video. It's just going to be a guy opening a company with open dialogue, with hopefully a really engaged audience, and it'd be wicked if I could have you all on the journey with me. So peace out, enjoy your day, stay safe, wash your hands, socially distance, and if you're one of the people out there that isn't socially distancing, don't be a dickhead, just don't go out. That's all we're asking of you right now. Take care of yourselves.